Hello and welcome everybody back for a Shadow Shiny Kyogre chase, considering we still haven't got our hands on it, but we are starting today with a Shiny Pikachu from our very first quest check. This is the best one we've got our hands on. While that catches, I will say, let me know in the comments below, because obviously today is the final day of not only the Worlds, but the Shadow Shiny Rocket Wave event. Did you get your hands on your Kyogre? Did you get your hands on the Pikachu? We're still going to be chasing the Pikachu through quest, but it won't be the focus of today unless we get something decent from it, because we're now up to 31 Kyogres done, and in fact I did lose one Kyogre due to the game crashing, and I spammed in through the friends list, which still hasn't been resolved as an issue. So we've done 32 raids, no Shadow Shiny, and so far nothing really worth noting. So it's our first in-person Kyogre here. Don't worry, the Italian didn't steal my Shiny. He did get his, what was it, via remote finally. Yeah. There you go, RNG paid off in the end, but we are now business check number 33. Let's see, we still have a handful more remotes. It is not the Shadow Shiny, and 2277, pretty dead. To be honest, Shadow Shiny is all well and good, but if we can pick ourselves up a Shadow 98 or Hundo of this thing, that would be insane, because it's such a usable Pokemon, and I myself like a raid meta focused Pokemon. We're not going to bore you with a catch, because it could take 6 years. He got his second Shadow Shiny, so congratulations. I mean, it's RNG at the end of the day, what can be done or helped, but thanks to everybody who's spamming on in with the invite, and it ticks off a winner raid task, which we might as well check with you, because this is, I think, exactly the same as the last one. It's weird when you get identical piles of trash. I didn't spot the number on this one, so sense of jeopardy with it, come on. Nice lobby of 15 though, and it ain't Shadow Shiny 2256. Beautifully terrible. We can bask in the glory of its awfulness. One more Kyogre into the mix. Here we go. Good squad. In fact, it was a full lobby. 14, because there's 4 of us in person here. Because every bus in West London's coming past. Get out of here. Please be shiny. For God's sake, it is not. Let me know if this is the same for you guys. We've noticed a more recent potential glitch is that raids are popping up with like between 40 to 2 minutes on their timers, so they're not actually spawning properly through campfire or even in the in-game map. You can walk somewhere for a raid, but then a raid pops behind you for 2 minutes time. It's just another thing added to the endless list of stuff that's broken in this game. It's kind of crazy, we've been out for nearly 2 hours and we've done, what, 4 in-person Kyogre? Give us some more raids, but there's a lot of people in this lobby, which is great. Thanks everybody for burning your remotes. It is not shiny, but oh my god, it's a Shadow 98. 2346. That is insanely good. Please can we get this one caught on camera, because obviously 2351 is the magic number. 98 Shadow is going to level 50 if we get it caught. I mean, first ball, instant breakout. I do have Ice Burn down, which it makes it very difficult to set the excellence, because the way that the Shadow attacks constantly. Come on, Kyogre, don't play nasty with me. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. 2 rolls though. Just about scraping an excellent. 1 roll, 2 roll, and a 3 while we got it in the bag. Beautiful. That, I think, is a good 98. Yes, it is. 15, 14, 15. That is freaking beautiful. Shame it wasn't a pink one, but we'll definitely take it. As I said, if we're not going to get the Shadow Shiny, give us something decent. I mean, by the time you watch this video, only people on the West Coast will probably have the time of the event left, but TM frustration off of it. We got our Elite Charge TM from doing all of the GBL stuff. Let's give it Origin Pulse right now, and I think we'll max that at the end of the day. We just spammed into a remote raid from Tackleman, I think over in Germany, so maybe the remote game can not deliver anything spectacular. 2291. Luckily, nobody else has had a Shadow Shiny from this in-person raid. Actually, Fleece King was in that lobby. Nice. Maybe he stole the Shadow Shiny from us. Magenta? No. Thank you, Adam LB, for this invite. It's 2239, so 100 CP pretty much away from where you want to be to get a purifiable thing. Let's see if we can deliver the Shadow Shiny, because this is our second to last remote. Appreciate the invite, fellow creator from the UK. It is not even pink. I can't believe this Orca does not want to shine, no matter what we do. And we completed a Pikachu task on this raid. Fantastic. So, just be pink? No, still not pink. And 2261. I was going to say, actually, don't forget, a new Sunday means a fresh podcast episode has been released, but I'm doing all kinds of things with my phone screen. Drop a download to the Incense podcast. Episode 236 has now gone live. If you want to hear extensive reporting about how Ian spent his Saturday morning, definitely give it a listen, because it is nothing but sheer awesomeness. Counterclockwise, great. Checkaroo. Not Shiny Pika. I've lost track of how many raids we're actually at right now, but, you know, obviously we'll total up and count everything towards the end of the day. And this is still not pink. Oh my god. And 2280. I can't even hit it, but let's throw the ball. If we don't get the fish this weekend, It's gonna be really annoying. As you can see, yeah, dead 2-star. But let's check these two. One is not shiny. Still going for a Hundo on this thing. Not shiny. I've got a Galarian Zapdos on widescreen here. It's my favorite thing to do. Let's see if it's going to be shiny. Ah, you son of a gun. 2011. What a fine year that was. It is not boosted. Somebody checking the GoHub article for me.
Bonita, 2027.
Not Bonita? Okay, so fantastic. We can just try and catch this. It's been a while since having a G-Bird on our daily incense. Actually, Zapdos doesn't tend to play too difficult. Easy, excellent. Is he going to catch? It's unlikely. Out it goes. Oh, we got
second row.
The last time we had one, we had a Moltres that gave us a second chance, actually. So that's twice that's happened. No fishy, but maybe we get a G-Bird instead. Boom. Counterclockwise, excellent. That's been working well on Kyogre. 1 roll, 2 roll. Nope. No third time's a charm on that one, okay?
Pub raid equals pub pint. This is actually raid number 43. And it ain't pink. It's still not pink. And 2237, that's the one that Francesca got confused with before. Thought it was 100 CP better than it actually was. We've had quite a lot of luck from the studio's gym, which is just a stone's throw away over there. Please be pink, for God's sake it's not. 2292 obviously is hopelessly bad. The final remote of today is coming from BT Grinds over in Canada. So let's see if he can deliver us some nice purple orcanus. It's delivered in the past. Not shiny, but it's 2343. That is going to be like a 96er, I'm sure. That's the catch. Fantastic. Just need to have a sip of your pint and you're good. So, it is... Oh, it's the Goku Bad 98. In terms of a shadow, that's pretty goddamn sick. So thank you, BT Grinds, for that one. It was a legit invite. I didn't spam in through the friends list either. It was an intentional one. TM frustration offered before we forget. Good stuff. Completing the tripler we had. Thanks to everybody who's jumping in, by the way. I know I say it. It does make a difference. People choosing to burn the remotes and everything. Come on, it's still not pink. 2269, oh my God. So we're now, this is raid 45 or 46. Considering it's a 1 in 20, I know that means it's not gonna be a 1 in 20. You know, you're not gonna do 20 raids and get the shiny. It is rather frustrating. And there it goes in the ball, fantastic. I prefer to hit more in-person locations myself. People have all got their shadow shinies and I'm making them burn their passes. Try and help me get a 2-star pile of garbage, so that's fantastic. I'm gonna keep pushing as much as I can, but there is a certain point where you think, we've got the Max finale next weekend. 2-day extravaganza with G-Max and Eternatus and everything like that. It's gonna be a big push and there's a lot of Pokecoins. And I've burnt all my remotes for 2 days. Please, I'm begging at this point, just give us the pink one so we can say Shadow Shiny complete. And it's not pink, and it's the numbers the wrong way around. Obviously 2351 is the Hundo, but this is 2315. We're nearing that 50 check mark right now. I think it's 47, maybe. It's still not pink. 2325 though, so we're actually getting some more decent stat ones, but that pink Orca is really holding out on us right now. We've found ourselves in a bit of a lull right now in terms of remote raid possibilities or just raids in general. This is still not a shiny one. Oh my days. 2273. There is one more over there, but then we are very much in a pickle. Ah, first of all catch, would you look at that? Yeah, terrible 2-star, but you can see here, I mean, there's a few more hatching, but they're all well after 4 PM. We have reached raid number 50, although it's going to be 49, I think, in the storage because of that one issue we had last night. It's still not pink. 2300 on the dot, so a long way off of the Perfecto CP. Please be pleased, let's not go away from today empty-handed. In terms of the shiny, obviously. Shout out everybody who jumped into this raid, mastered with the shiny Mega Venusaur. Well, let's see if it's still not shiny. 2290, battle number 51. Shadow Shiny Kyogre would be a massive pull if it was, you know, just a raid weekend, kind of as an event on its own, but the fact this is a week after, yes, it was horribly botched, but the Origin raid day, ultra bonus, ultra unlock for GoFest, which was a 6-hour raid day. This is a week after that, and it's the weekend before the GoFest Max finale thing, which is supposed to be the biggest event, haha, the pun intended, with Eternamax Eternatus. There's too much of this, where you have to chase something for a day or two, and then it's back to back to back to back to back. It is very much burnout scenario, but at least that was a first ball catch for severe mediocrity. We've got a few more raids that we can definitely do, and I think there's a certain point where you have to evaluate and think, is it worth actually pushing on? Because invites are now sort of dipping down. I think people are kind of done with the weekend. We're very much done with the weekend. Oh, let's see. It's still not pink, and 2290.
8. Luckily, we're on top of a double, so we don't have to move an inch. Before we do finish up, of course, a big thanks to every single person who's part of the awesome Patreon squad, who are over there credited. Thank you very much for your extra support, because it really does make a massive difference in things like traveling to the live events, going to places, visiting and adventuring, bringing that sort of content to the channel, and pushing hardcore with the kind of grinds that sometimes we're subjected to due to RNG, but hopefully it's all entertaining. Pushing it that much further is all thanks to these wonderful people, so really appreciate all of you. I was just going to start my clip by saying, I'm really surprised we've been battling for like 6 hours and nobody in our little squad has had a shiny in person. We've seen a few people tagging us on Discord or on X getting the shiny from the invites, which is great. And then, look at this jammy son of a gun. Seriously, that's his 3rd one. I mean, well done. 2305.
Yes, exactly.
It doesn't quite cut the mustard, but it's time to see. I mean, I saw my CP. It's hopelessly bad. And it's still not pink. Honestly, 53 battles now, I think. We're gonna give it 2 more shots, and that's gonna be it. Honestly, I am so done. Here we are. I think this is the penultimate raid show. We had a couple of content creators in there. Thank you, Landor Alva, who's currently enjoying Worlds over in Anaheim. We got a Shundo, something very nice from a trade. And Alexa jumped in as well, fantastic. So let's see. Come on, raid number 54, I believe this is. It's still not pink. 2294. Honestly, I think we're going to give this 1 more shot. There's a raid at Walpole Pond, and that will be it, unless we happen to find one while we're editing that we can sneak out to get, because I'm in a real dilemma right now, because obviously the whole of next week is focusing on D-Max battles until you lead up to the weekend, which is G-Max battles, but you've also got Zacian, Zam, and Zenta back in the raid. So like, personally, I'm not a massive fan of remote raiding for D-Max. Like, maybe for G-Max, if it's good, potentially, but I'm tempted to put my 10 remotes for tomorrow into the raids over on the West Coast, but that's a capture. No excellent through at all, and this is pretty dead. Here we are at the final raid of today and the weekend, and 2326. Let's just see, honestly, 55 battles, quite a lot in person, obviously 10 remotes per day maxed out. Please. Oh, come on, yes. Finally. 2319 CP, and it's finally the Shadow Shiny. 55 freaking battles to get 1. Ah, you beauty, you absolute beauty. In the bag we go, unless something horrendous goes wrong with the crashing of the game. It's good. Genuinely very pleased to just add it to the collection. Shadow Shiny Kyogre and 15-15-9. Okay, so it's not bad stat-wise, but I don't know if we're going to power it up at all or anything like that, but it's really good to have it added after 2 days of intense battling. I mean, like 6-7 hours yesterday all on foot doing these in person, and then another 6 hours plus today hitting them in person. 20 remotes. That's freaking beautiful. Come on, if you haven't done so already, throw a like down the video and hit that subscribe button, of course, and let me know, did you bag the Shadow Shiny Kyogre, or are you going to wait until next time round? Maybe it comes back in a raid day for Shadows. I do think a raid day format is much better than a raid weekend. That's not the end of the goodness for this video. So yes, just to confirm, 54 were caught, and we did lose 1 raid that we did, so we never know if that's going to be a Shadow Shiny or what even the CP was, because the game crashed, and I've not been able to get my remote pass back. Surprise, surprise, from Niantic support, who are about as useless as a cat flapping an elephant's house. But most of them were terrible, and I'm not gonna lie, all of these pretty much are gonna go straight into the bin. I am thrilled, absolutely, to pick up the Shadow Shiny, but there's 2 here, which I'm definitely gonna put up to level 50, because they are powerhouse attackers. Over 500,000 Stardust. 360 XL Candy. Welcome to the level 50 squad, and that's definitely a prime water type attacker. And we're going to put ourselves underneath 3 million Stardust, because BT grinds 98%. Yes, it's the Goku bad, but it's still bloody good as a raid attacker. Level 50 is straight away, and yes, we have got a lot of Kyogre XL Candy. Not so much these days, but... The other thing, which is a bit of a dilemma, and let me know what you would do in this situation, is this, which would purify to being a Hundo Kyogre or a Pundo, given it's a purified 100%er. I already have a shiny lucky Hundo Schlundo of Kyogre from a lucky trade back in 2023, but the realistic situation in my view is I've already powered up 298 Shadows, which are better than this. I'm not going to power that up unless it's going to be a regular 100%er. I don't actually have a regular Hundo Kyogre, so don't tend to do this with my legendaries, but I'll purify it and burn 20k dust extra. We won't max it in this video just yet, but that is now a Hundo 4-star Kyogre, which is nice to finally have added to the collection. Since Kyogre was first introduced in 2018, and countless raids, never having got 100% of it out of, well, coming up to 600 raids. We've even had an XXL, not had a tiny one, unfortunately. But Hundo Groudon-wise, we've had plenty of those. And I think next season, there's a Shadow Raid weekend in the mix. I'd be very surprised if that isn't the Groudon Shadow Shiny release. And since we're here, I'm going to quickly check that's not a shiny Salandit from the Go Pass. Fantastic. So this next coming week, obviously, is the Dark Skies, and we'll be back out tomorrow covering some of the Latios, Latias, and different max battles. But it gets more spicy as the week goes on. There's a special background to go with all the D-Max and G-Max battles this next week, which is interesting, but it's not going to be everybody's bag. So if you enjoy what you saw here, please hit that subscribe button down below and stick with me for more Pokemon Go content. And of course, you can check out some of the videos available on the screen here, because there's so much available, and we've been pretty damn busy and a bit more lucky, shall we say, over the last couple of weekends. The last 4 weekends, we've had a Shundo every single Sunday. I worked it out from trades and battles and everything like that. This weekend, it's come to an end. About time, hey. But I will say, until the next time, people, do take care.